What is going on, everybody? I'm going to give everyone a couple minutes or another couple seconds to get in here. Then we're going to kind of jump into a recap of a lot of stuff, actually, not just the last, 48 hours, but before that, 2 days ago, I guess, 72 hours, um, with that house fire that we were at. So I'm still here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Um, had a chance to be outside of the courthouse for the Derek Chauvin sentencing. Kind of a chance to experience what the crowd felt and a little bit of the kind of the feedback that people had. So um, I'm going to give everybody a couple seconds to get in here. Say what's up to y'all. So we got some of our regulars coming in here. Uh, what's happening up? Marv's in here. What's going on? It is live now, K Bridge, just so you know. If you'd share the stream out, I'd really appreciate it because we're going to be sharing some information on this stream that is important for folks that Brandon, how you doing? That are going to be. Sorry, I'm still having a tough time talking from the smoke from that house fire. So, uh, ba, 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 ba. Uh, either way, we're gonna have to run with what we got there, Sham. So pardon the lamps behind me, guys. It's just going to draw your eyes, and you're going to take a look at this beautiful room. Actually, which big shout out to Cindy who made this happen. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of thoughts and prayers go to her. She broke her leg in a kickboxing match with a step stool, and so she actually gifted me this room, which I've had since I flew on the red eye yesterday morning at about 5 a.m. and and then of course tonight. So it's pouring rain outside here in Minneapolis, which is crazy because back home in Seattle we're having all-time record-breaking highs of up over like 105, 110 degrees. So things are crazy. The weather's all mixed up. Um, Either way, as we're sitting here now, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the this house fire. So in the aftermath of the house fire, I was able to actually I was contacted by some of the folks that were there and involved, including the woman who lives there, um, and got some more details about what was going on with the fire itself. Now, this is just a sad story all the way around the board, with some beautiful overtones. Though I'll say that. So this family was actually at a memorial service um, for the woman who lives there's son, and as it is now, the um, so while they were at the funeral, they got notification that their house is on fire, which is terrible. I mean, no one wants. I don't know how you process burying somebody at the same time as having to hear that your home is on fire. So, um, yeah, tragic stuff. So, but in this home was uh, there was well a compilation of animals, of which there was two cats and several dogs. Luckily, we were there in a period of time in order to get these dogs out. I'm going to throw this up here so you can kind of take a look at what was going on um, thereafter. So you might have seen the videos where I had a chance to kind of get into the house, and I was able to get two of the dogs out after I put a log through the back window of the home and was able to get a dog out. And then I had to kick in the side door of the garage, which is on fire. You can see on the left there, it was fully engulfed in flames, and we were able to get it out, and which was an incredible opportunity. You know what I mean? And so anybody who was watching, you had a great chance to see a really beautiful opportunity out in the front of, or beautiful grouping of people out in front of this house, which were the. Let's see if I can get over here. This woman here actually brought in. I'm trying to find the best way to show this here. I'll just do this right here. She brought over cages, food, leads, and some leashes. That's John right there with For the People, by the People, with Cinnamon, which was the first dog that I pulled out of the house. An incredibly sweet animal. We're going to talk a little bit about these animals here in just a second. If we've got any mods over on Twitch, feel free to go ahead and put the hammer, and you can go ahead and ban out or block whatever assault spork. This isn't the place for that, and we're not in that mode right now, so take it elsewhere. So Adventure of Sailor on Facebook. Zulu is actually the big guy that you see on the other side of that kennel right there. I'm going to put this full screen here. That's as big as it gets. That's as big as it's going to get. Firefighters did a great job of getting the fire contained. It was all through the top of the house, through the attic, and the entire garage. But he got oxygen by one of the medics over the medic right there, actually, the woman that was standing in front of us right there. And either way, so the fire was wild, but we got the animals out. Now the animals, as it sits right now, are in a hotel in Bakersfield. So there's 2 rooms that the woman that lives in the house, Veronica, occupy right now. There's one that's actually being used for just the animals, and another one that's being used by her. We went ahead and took some time to talk to the family and friends of Veronica, and got some details about what's going on. So the animals over there, some of them were hers, but then she was actually rescuing some other animals. So all these animals were there, kind of some in transition, looking for another home, and some that were her dogs, but as of right now are kind of in a rough spot because they need to get another place to stay for a while. So, sorry, man, this light is just terrible over here. I don't even know what to tell you guys, but see if we can't do something about that. There we go. It's a little better. Either way, Assault Spork, go find somewhere else to do this. This is, you think you're going to come in and just drop a bunch of it? You guys realize, so I have to watch comments too, right? And sometimes we have people that come in here and think they have a good spot to do what they're doing, which is to become apparently social justice warriors by throwing jeers and, bold capsing slurs about people and or groups of people, which I think is borderline laughable that you think this is the place to become said social justice warrior. Take it to the street, get some petitions signed, do something productive to actually get your message heard instead of thinking that trolling someone's channel is going to get you the grit that you think you need to validate what it is that you're doing. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. How about that? Don't stop moving onto some other platform that you can be more productive with the rhetoric that you feel like sharing. Whether or not I agree with anything you have to say doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I don't agree with the way you present it. So stop being an idiot and do something better with your time. There it is. For everyone else that's on Twitch, it's solid and badass and amazing. Keep on rocking with me. But sorry, guys, I got to take time to do this every once in a while because we get people to come in and just do stupid stuff, say stupid things, and it's just like, man, get out of here. But you can see the fire department pulled out. I mean, more so than just the ones that I grabbed. There was so many different. When I'm not down, I can't let this go. What I'm not down with is you thinking that this is the time to do what you're doing, okay? So go ahead, pump your brakes, and just save it for later, okay? Figure it out. Read the room. Would you please? Figure it out. We're trying to talk about what we can do to help these animals, which is what we're here for. If you saw in the description, we went ahead, and I don't normally do this, but we set up a GoFundMe that we're going to be using for some of the pertinence for these animals. You can see Big Man there getting oxygen. He got it bad. He's got bad paws, and I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit about that. And we'll kind of move into a little bit about what's going on with some of these animals. So we also set up an Amazon wish list for things that are going to be needed because a lot of the things for these animals were lost in the fire. And there's quite a few of them. So I'm hoping that we can take some time, you guys, and appreciate that the animals here and the people here really need your help. We're going to focus our attention right now on the animals. There's a lot of family support for individuals, but these animals all too often kind of suffer the most, especially ones that are, like I said, they're in between homes. They're just trying to find a place to live right now. So hopefully in the descriptions, you guys saw the GoFundMe that we put in play. We're not shooting the moon on that. We're doing that for basic medical bills or vet bills for these animals that are going to need probably some continuing services here after the event. I know that Zulu, the big fella, and we're going to show you him here in a second, has got some problems with his paws and some other issues. And then, of course, they all sucked in a lot of smoke. So that's something we're going to have to pay attention to, and possibly have them checked out further. So the Amazon wish list will be posted. It's in the description. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. And if not, we'll go ahead and post this all together in a link after the fact that we'll throw up here. The couple things that I want to point out are all the animals were rescued. All the animals made it out of the house, which is incredible. And no one was injured in the fire or in the aftermath when they were putting the fire out. So all in all, it was probably the best case scenario for a situation like this. So I'm going to show you guys, and I'm not going to be on long tonight. I just really wanted to take an opportunity to kind of put this out there. And so let's do that real quick here. I'm going to pull up and see if we can do this. Oops, don't know what happened there. Sorry about that.
Good job, bro.
Thanks, man.
Good job.
That one was the one who brought in.
Did that other one come out? Is that Diamond?
No, Donnie's still in there.
Oh.
It's probably hiding somewhere, but they got the fire.
Yeah, so we had the fire department there at that point, which was great. So they were able to do what the fire department was there to do, and I just had to get out of the way because I'm not trying to get in their way any more than I felt like I already was. But really, when you're there, you just kind of have to do what you can do. T-Dub, what's up, man? I'm doing great. I appreciate you asking. You guys know I'm not Mr. Technology, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this up here real quick. So any of you that are in the Bakersfield area, if you know anybody real fast, actually I'll touch on this. If you know anybody in the Bakersfield area, if you yourself are in the Bakersfield area, these animals need temporary homes. A few of them need foster homes. And then there's two dogs that need permanent residence. So if you happen to know anybody, or maybe you have a church organization that you go to tomorrow, you'll be at church possibly, go find your Jesus, get your pray on. And if that's the case, maybe you can bring it to their attention as well. And my information is readily available. Feel free to email, text me, message me, whatever you need to do. Get a hold of me directly, and we can go ahead and put things in play to help get these animals the services they need. What we're looking to do actually is get people that be willing to go down and walk some dogs while we're finding them a temporary place to live, and the ones that are actually now displaced and living in that hotel. So just dog walkers. If you have kids that are looking to go to the park, whatever it is, you want to bring a accompaniment of an animal, feel free to bring one of these dogs with you. There's also 2 cats that are going to need temporary homes. So a couple of the animals I want to show you real quick. RZ49 says I already walk 3 rescued dogs. That's fantastic. Those are things you can do to help out in any way, which is fantastic. Please share the stream, though. I'd really like if we can get those out here too, so we can get as many people aware of what's going on as possible. So everyone is watching, if you just go ahead and share it out to your groups, whatever it is, get a few numbers in here. I'd really appreciate it. Casey, yeah, I'm doing a little better. Been drinking a lot of water and got a little bit of sleep last night, which is really good. So I'm breathing a bit better now, which is good. But yeah, so you can see the gentleman here had a hose on. He was hosing down the garage while I was going underneath it to get into the back of the garage, which was it's crazy because it was like raining like fire, like wet fire. It was a trip. It was a trip. Really kind of took me back to honestly to Kenosha. Um, yeah, which is wild because I've been around fires, like structure fires before that. So as it says here, Adventures of Sailor says Snow and Cinnamon need forever homes. And I'm going to show you guys Snow and Cinnamon here in just a second. And I'm hoping that when I do this, it'll, like I said, I'm not Mr. Technology. So I'm going to try to make sure that we're keeping a look at what's going on and that you're able to see what I'm seeing. So let's take a look at it real quick. Make sure I have the volume down on that. And hopefully it's not too crazy of a delay. This little guy, man, he was super scared. And yeah, but we were able to I was able to coax him out from the bush. And then we found a collection of water bowls. And yeah, don't enter the studio. You don't need to do that. Just, it's fine. We're good. Don't bother. But we were able to get bowls set up for him. And then you can see they brought out, that's Diamond right there, actually. So, you know, some basic water dishes and something like that. So, T-Dub, appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can email me directly, cj@cjtv.live, if you have any resources available. And some of the things that are going to be on that list are going to be the basics: dog bowls, dog leashes. We're going to need collars, dog food, treats, toys, dog beds. This little guy, this is Snow. This is Snow and Cinnamon right here. So I want to go ahead and pause that. Let me pull it back just for a second here. So this is John, man, just such a good dude. So John here is he is the owner and proprietor of For the People by the People, and these little guys right here were terrified. So, but Cinnamon is one of the dogs that needs a permanent home, and so is Snow, the little guy. The little white dog is Snow, and Cinnamon is the brown dog, appropriately named. Now, they're both really friendly dogs. Snow is in a transition home right now. It's just not really working out. We need something that's going to be a bit better for Snow, maybe just an individual, you know, single dog situation. So just him, and so he can kind of get the attention that that Snow needs. I got a little attitude. He's a little dog with a little dog attitude, which is cool. You know, we understand that, and we all can appreciate that. The owner of the dog, Sparkling Gone, over on Twitch, is actually living in a hotel. They're okay. No one was in the home. It was just the animals. So she's okay. She's down at a Motel 6, doing her best to cope with the loss of not only her son, but now of her home. So you can imagine just what they're going through. So this is how we can help. We can help by doing some service here for these animals. And I'll tell you right now, John would love to keep all the dogs. He's a huge dog lover, big humanitarian. Yeah. So Casey says if someone can get them Thunder shirts, that will help them reduce anxiety. That is on the Amazon wish list. So some of the anxiety shirts that dogs wear, especially with the 4th of July coming up, it's going to be a lot of things blowing up. They're already terrified, you know, with what just happened. So they're going to need some comfort and love. So that wish list is up there, hopefully in the link. Hopefully you can see it just right. I hope I posted everything right. But if not, I'm gonna try again. So we're going to see about, let's see if we can't give you a look at the animals that actually are needing to have their need some love, which is going to be a process for all CJ here, because you guys know I'm not Mr. Technology. So let's do this, and we'll do this here, boom, and we'll do that. There we go. I think we're slowly figuring it out. But check some of these comments right quick. Lakita, absolutely, man. We're all about Chewy Toys has two. Okay, so Chewy has toys and dog food. Okay, I'm not Krista. Okay, you can see the list. Okay, good. Okay, if the list, so Adventures of Sailor. Hopefully, you can see the list, and if that's the case, then awesome. Then good. Then we got what we wanted. So I'm going to show you some of the animals here, and hopefully, you can still hear me. I might even just have to like pull it up the way it is here. So actually, we're going to go right out here like this, and maybe we'll do a little slideshow here. How about that? Let me know if this works out, guys. It may and or may not work out. So here we go. Boop. So this is Zulu right here. And I'm going to let it chill on Zulu here for a second until I'm sure that you guys can see what I'm seeing. And then we'll proceed. I'll tell you a little about it. But you can see this little guy. He's being taken care of. January, big shout out to you for doing this and for spearheading, being the liaison here between all of this, for helping make this all happen. So, okay, good. You can see him. So on the left there, you can see his paws are in desperate need of attention. He's got some issues. And that's what the GoFundMe is going to be for. And we'll have that posted up here. We'll post that up in a link afterwards. You see, he's just a loving, big brute of an animal. You see him on the right there with the oxygen mask on. He just sat like that the whole time. And it was just heartwarming to see. He sat like that. And then Tanisha, we'll get to you. I'll make sure you get everything linked up. And then he kind of walked forward, turned around, and just watched all the other dogs, like Papa Dog, to make sure everybody was okay. And he wore the oxygen mask the whole time, But he's definitely going to need some special attention. And that's what the GoFundMe is going to go towards, any continuing medical needs for the animals, flea treatments, things of that nature, that, the necessities, anything that you would want for your animal are the things that we're going to try to put in play for these guys here too. You can see him right there with the paramedic getting his medic. He and I both sat there and got oxygen for a while. We were little buddies on that. We shared the same oxygen bag, actually. Now that I think about it, we probably did share the same oxygen bag, but it's all good. Be happy to share with them again. He wasn't moving much. I was so happy to see him move around afterwards, because he looked like he was fading out. So I'm just really grateful that the medics were able to actually do what medics do, and treat him the way they treat anybody. So this is Snow. This little guy, little girl, sorry, she's a younger girl. She does have some issues with adjusting, but if you weather the storm, she's good with her dogs, sweet girl. She'll do really well. She, in the picture with John, in the first post that we made, you see her snuggled up. She's under his arm. She's just scared. That's just it. It's going to take a little bit for her to get over this, like it would for anybody. So Snow definitely needs a permanent home. So she's looking for a forever place to live. So if you are in the area in Bakersfield or anywhere even around, and you want to go ahead and come in and contribute by bringing another little fur friend into your house, Snow right here is a great option. So is Cinnamon here. Now, Cinnamon was the first dog that I carried out of the house. And so Cinnamon and I have a really tight bond. So not that I don't want to see Snow go to a great home. I know Cinnamon, we're personally tied together. So, but like it says here, she's great around other dogs. She's good with children. She's very loving. She listens incredibly well, which I was amazed with. In the wake of all the chaos, she listened incredibly well. Everything I told her to do, she did. Very docile and just a very sweet animal. And she's not skittish at all, but she's just very, warm. She's a rescue animal as well. So I think her, and I know she is, and I'm not sure if Snow is a rescue animal, but I'll have to check the comments on that one to double check if that's the case. But she also needs a permanent home. So again, if you're in the Bakersfield area and you're able to help out, Cinnamon here is a great option. Just a beautiful dog and got a great spirit, a lot of pep. And would be a great addition to any home. So, I mean, if I had more space where I live, it'd be in a heartbeat. I would take Cinnamon on. This is John. John here is with Cinnamon and Snow. So again, big shout out to Fat Boy over at Bakersfield Street Media for catching the footage that we were able to get, and the full footage is available there. And helping with support stuff afterwards, waters and Gatorades for everybody that was there. John here with For the People, By the People, great guy. Worked with him a couple times now, and as well as Adrian, and so it's just good dudes. And So Cinnamon there just after I was getting my oxygen right here, I believe. And Cinnamon just curled up with him, and little Snow there tucked under his arm was just, at first really like kind of just the way Snow's adjusting to everything right now. It was very kind of standoffish at first, and then settled into a groove and was able to just kind of snug in under his arm and chill out. So both Cinnamon and Snow need permanent homes. So if you can help, it'd be fantastic. This little guy or girl, I think they're both girls actually, that are both these cats, this one and this one. Both of these little ones need temporary foster homes. So if you're able to take on a cat for a little bit, these little kittens could use some love and some attention. So definitely think about bringing them into the fold here. So they'd really appreciate it. I'd appreciate it, and everyone else I'm sure would as well. So not pictured here is going to be, let me remove that from the screen here. So not pictured here is going to be Lulu and Cola. So Lulu and Cola are a mother-daughter combo. They have some issues. Both of them need to be kenneled. And Lulu, the mama dog, isn't good with other dogs and not dog friendly. Someone who knows how to handle animals, this would be the animal for you. And again, those are just temporaries, Lulu and Cola. We'll get some pictures of them posted up, and we'll keep updating, the page. And we'll be able to give you some more updates as to, the photos and link you to the right folks too. I know that January she does a lot of work in her hometown as well, working with locating missing children. Just noble individuals that we came in contact with, some real fantastic people. So what we'll do is put you in touch with them. By them, I mean January and John that are local down there. Give you a chance to kind of reach out if you have an opportunity to help out. Again, it'd be incredibly appreciated. Trying to think what else I wanted to let you know here. Either way, so there's two kittens. Then we have Cinnamon and Snow, both really good dogs. The Cinnamon and Snow need permanent homes. Lulu, Cola, and the two kittens need foster homes. And while this is happening, all of this is happening, if you're able to, and you'd like to contribute maybe dog walking for the time being, please reach out. Feel free to email me, and I can go ahead and put you in touch with the folks on the ground there in Bakersfield that'll be able to kind of link you up. And so, yeah, maybe if you want to take the kids to the park, whatever, and take a dog with you, it'd be fantastic. Again, some of the things that are going to be on that wish list are going to be for the cats too. So there's going to be, kitty litter. There's going to be kitty litter boxes. There's cat food, both dry and wet. Just a variety of things, toys and whatnot for the dogs, and dog mats like the dog beds. Just really anything I could think of that my dog would like. I tried to make sure to include on that list. So, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to tell you about the animals. Yeah. So we've got in with me is, actually, let's go ahead and make a quick call. Let's do that. And we can hear it from the source themselves. January, I'm about to put you on the spot, just so you know. Sorry, it's what I do. It's part of the crux of what I do. So, and hopefully you guys can hear this all right.
Hello.
Hey, January, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, and you?
I'm great. So I'm live right now, just kind of telling people about what's going on, and wanted to reach out to you and let you know that we're on it. We're doing what we talked about.
Yes,
earlier.
I'm able. I have the mods on Adventures watching, and then my daughter just got me onto I think it's Twitch to follow and jump in the chat. So I'm here, but I cannot stop thanking you. Like, seriously, thank you. I know I told you this morning on our phone call, you were just at the perfect time. Everything led you to, this moment. I cannot thank you enough again.
You're welcome. And like I said, it was a blessing for everybody. Yeah. So what we're talking about actually is pretty wild. We were going to meet up with a member of our family, the CJTV family, and Dara Higgins in Bakersfield, and John, in all of his infinite abilities to drive, missed our exit, and so we ended up taking the next exit past where we were supposed to be. And when we did that, we ended up turning right into this house fire. So it was, yeah, it was really just, meant to be, really serendipitous in a kind of tragically and beautiful way.
Yeah, like I said, the tragedy, you got to find good in all the tragedy all the time. And here I'm watching your supporters. I'm watching just, again, how the community always comes together in a time of need. And I'm telling you, my cousin's been through a lot. And like I said earlier, if something would have happened to these dogs, man, that would have just crushed her entirety. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, and she's so thankful. And she is so thankful that just knowing that help's coming in and we're helping her take the dogs, that's one less thing she has to worry about. That's 4 less dogs she has to worry about, 2 kids. And now because she just can focus on rebuilding and healing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's terrible. Like I said, it's just terrible to hear, that it happened the way it did, and whether at a funeral service, and it's just tragic.
Yeah.
What else can you tell me about the dogs and the cats? Anything that would be good for folks to know?
The cats were given to my cousin's grandsons. They're her grandchildren's cats. They were just recently given to the children. They've probably only been with the children about a month or so. Now the cats do not have shots yet, so they haven't done the full. I'm not a cat person, so they haven't done the full little cat series of whatever they need to do. So they probably need those. It is a temporary. However, if the time comes and she's still not able to take the cats, then possibly it could go to a forever. But as for now, everyone's ultimate goal is to get everybody back. Unfortunately, Cinnamon is a rescue. Snow, Cinnamon and Snow, they need forever homes. They were, on the list for forever homes anyways.
Yeah.
So, Lulu and Cola, they're mother-daughters. You covered it perfect. Lulu don't like nobody else. Sometimes she doesn't even like Cola. They're always kenneled together. So, yes, someone definitely has to be experienced with the breed, the dog, and, patience with those ones. Definitely don't want anyone who doesn't know anything with these dogs.
Right, right.
Then there's a liability on them getting hurt. And that's not what we want. We want, at the end of the day, we want these babies to be in a forever home and to be unconditional, pets and lovers.
Absolutely.
That's what we want.
Absolutely. And and just to put a link up here, or put a note that just says the foster kittens need their shots. That being said, with the GoFundMe and some of the stuff that we're working with, I know John will be in touch with you tomorrow. That's what that's going to go towards. Is we're gonna apply whatever money comes into the GoFundMe will go into getting the shots that are needed, and if the dogs need any further services, hopefully we'll be able to raise enough to give them what they need. So
right now Zulu is probably Cinnamon. She was actually in the garage when the fire broke out, and so she's actually doing really, really good. The only one who's really suffering and moping around is going to be Zulu.
Right.
He's a big boy as it is, and you saw him get the oxygen. He's moving very slowly today. He is eating. He is, he's just tired and worn out. And I don't want him walking so much because you saw his paws when he walks. They do blister a little bit, and they're starting to slit. They weren't that bad last night, but he must have been stressed. He's in a new home, so he probably licked his paws. And this morning they were really bad, so he's getting antibiotics and shots for that. So hopefully we can get him cleared away, walking healthy.
Yeah. Well, what a blessing it is that you're there. I think it's a true testament that you were able to be so close to the family, and having the abilities that you have to help out is incredible. Okay, now
it just everything, and I'm gonna keep saying this until you guys, it's drilled into everybody's head. Everything happens for a reason. I never would have thought that I see the calls on the streamers. I see Travis and everybody covered the stories and the fires. Today there was a fire right by my house, and from my house it looked like it could have been Veronica's house. So I got in the truck and drove over there. It wasn't hers. It was, it was somebody else. But it reminded me of that fear of coming around the corner and you see all the trucks and you heard the family crying and people screaming, and it's just that is not something you wish upon anybody, but never would I thought it would be, my family,
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful that, I know some great people, some good friends, and, how you fell into our life. You're here. And so, it's just a blessing and a gift. And, my family's going to be good. The kids are going to be all taken care of, in the meantime, these animals, we just can't let them go because they don't have a voice. So that's, where I need you guys to help us.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're here for. So let me ask you, one of the questions from Ashlyn Rice over on Facebook is, what breed are Cola and Lulu?
They are a pitty mix.
A pitty mix. Okay, so they're a pitty blend. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Most of the dogs are pits. They kind of have a bad rep name, and there's not everyone likes the breed and are not willing it, but thank God we do have people who do, rescue that breed and help that breed. And so that's why we have a lot of the pit mixes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or she does, I should say.
Yeah, no, you're just spot on with that. And I think that, they're known as like the nanny dog, right? Like they're like they're a loving breed. It's just a matter of getting people that are going to take care of them and give them the love they need, that get them going the right way.
That's a bad stereotype, but it's okay. Those that know, they know.
So, yeah. So Mandy Lundstrom's asking what the medical fund is going to be for. That's going to be for, we've got Zulu's paws, needs some medical attention. There's going to be follow-up on that. We also need shots for the cats. And any of the dogs, as they get placed, they're going to have a little bit more one-on-one attention. As things come up, if there's anything they need, we're going to hopefully focus some attention on doing some relief for them as well. So just want to make sure you know what that's about as people ask questions. Let me see.
Now, I see some people mentioning they wanted cinnamon, or if they want snow, or that they wanted them. I would love to be a way to maybe find out who's really serious and, make sure everything's squared away.
Sure.
I don't know if there's a process for this. I've never done this. I'm usually the one on the other end. You would tell us what you need so we can help. So
right.
On the other end of the table right now.
Yeah, really what we'll do. The best bet is, people will, if they're looking to adopt, like I said, if you guys want to, if you feel available, I'm not going to put your phone number out here, but for anyone that's interested in fostering or adopting any of these animals, I need you to go ahead and get a hold of me via email is the best way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up there.
Perfect.
This way we can, so you know how to get a hold of me. Then I'll be able to reach out to you directly, and then we can put people in touch as it. So it's really simple. CJ@cjtv.live is going to be a direct way to get a hold of me, and we'll be able to go ahead and, like I said, link you up with January, and then we'll go from there. Or January, if you're okay with it here, you can Adventures of Sailor right here.
Yeah, they can message Adventures of Sailor.
Adventures of Sailor, yeah. So Adventures of Sailor, you can go ahead and hit her up on Facebook at Adventures of Sailor directly if you want to go ahead and DM a message, or just go ahead. I'd recommend right now you all on Facebook head over and add Adventures of Sailor as a friend, and then you guys can go ahead and maintain some correspondence there. And so it's going to be an iteration because I've never really done this before either. So we'll figure it out as we go.
We'll figure it out.
We will.
But, as of right now, we're trying to, hopefully we get some more kennels here that way. My goal is to get the dogs out of the hotel room. I don't know, how long the motel is going to be really understanding. Some people usually only have like one or two dogs. So to avoid my cousin, possibly losing her hotel stay and stuff. What I'm going to try to attempt to do is at least kennel the dogs here at my house in my yard. I do have somewhat of an awning, and I can cover everything off. But we just got to find homes for these guys. That's the biggest thing I need help with.
And I'm pretty confident that we will. I know there's a lot of people that are already donating, and there's already people that are, as we're on here. Thank you so much to Melissa Ledgerwood Glidden for that donation. Sydney Leanne Marie Martin just bought an Amazon, made an Amazon purchase. So there's people are already, and I'm sure I missed some already that were up top here that are coming through. So thank you guys so much for already jumping in here and being a part of the process. Like I said, most people are used to having me cover things like, riots and protests and marches and demonstrations. But this is something that I'm just really glad that we're able to be a part of. And like I said, it's just a blessing that we're able to cross paths.
You guys were such a team, you and the guy in the front and the water hose. And the fire department and the lady. I need to know that miss, if you are watching, if you hear me or you see this, I thank you from the bottom of our heart as well. You are an angel, ma'am. She said, I drive by this house all the time. I just knew there were dogs in here. And, thank you for being vigilant, and thank you for paying attention to your neighbors and whoever would have thought,
Yeah.
I can't, I'm getting choked up. I really am. But, man, thank you guys so much. And God forbid this ever happens to anybody else, but you guys know me, you know how to find me and my team, and we definitely will always paw it forward and give it back. That's just our main focus is you get human. That's all,
Absolutely. Yeah. You're hitting it on the head. And I think really it's just, so if anybody knows the woman I'm talking about, she was there from the jump, and she's the one that I called Lady in the video. I said, Lady, what's your dog's name? But she was fantastic. She not only was holding dogs on her own and trying to juggle these animals, but she was the one that was coordinating with me when I was going back into the house, and with everyone else on the ground trying to get these taken care of. And she left, but we wondered where she went actually when she left, but she came back with a 45-pound bag of dog food. She came back with dog treats, a kennel. She came back with leads, leashes, collars, a bag of plums. Like she just, which was for the people, not the animals. But just, see, now you're getting to me too. You're getting me. You got to stop getting choked up. You're getting me all choked up. But it was just beautiful to see that everybody came out and did what they could to help. And I think there was 9 animals total. I think there were 7 dogs and two cats that were pulled. They were pulled out of the house, and just can't thank everybody enough for being so incredible. Just put everyone. All the players are in the right place, and the family was able to come home to a house that wasn't fully burnt down. The fire, though it did probably, the house is probably done for because it went up through the attic and burned through the roof. But I got to say that all the right host of people I think were there when they needed to be, and so and the fact that we were able to link up, and it was just through a random comment that I saw that you left in one of the posts, and we're here now talking, and we've got all these things. I think it's the beauty part, you guys, about the connection that's made through the stream world that I exist in, and I know you do as well. Is that it's not just what you do, it's what it does for people. And it's a way to reach out to the world and have these connections that, even though we only had a couple hundred people in here at the beginning, but we'll have thousands of people that'll see this. And I hope that everyone that's watching this after this appreciates it. Like, there's so much to this. There's more than just the story here. It's just that any way you can help out in any small way with anybody, like what January is helping out with her family right now with Veronica and the rest of the family, and from the house fire. What an incredible opportunity to be a hero in everyday life. You know what I mean? Just to find a way to contribute and to give back. So I'm grateful, January, to you for taking the time to reach out to me and giving me an opportunity.
My intentions weren't to come after you, for needs and
wants.
Not at all. My intentions were to just tell you, man, you are a freaking hero to us. My family's, everybody's like, January, you got to meet CJ. Find him, tell him, get him under. we have to, that was my whole heart, is just to tell you, man, we owe you the world. We really do.
You don't owe me
really
anything.
do.
Like, I can't tell you.
And we're going down the list. There's a team of you that we are just grateful for.
Absolutely.
We really are.
Honestly, like, I can't tell you enough that, and we can go back and forth with thank yous all day, because it's just, I feel so grateful to have an opportunity to contribute in life. I mean, a lot of times we find ourselves wanting to help in some way, and then, but that opportunity is never put in front of us, and so this, I mean, I'm glad that I was able-bodied enough to get into the house and get what I was able to help in getting animals out. But right now, we're all here able to do just the same thing, all able to kind of, in their own way, get the animals out of the fire, to pull them out of a bad situation, where they've now lost their home, a yard to run in, and things that animals love. So, and I've got a huge soft spot for dogs. Like, every time I'm live, I always find dogs, and they always find me. And I just, I've got my little guy at home who, he's my saving grace for a lot of things when it comes down to, a reason to go home. So I couldn't imagine going home and having there not be a home, and having him have to figure out how to be displaced. So, hope we can all personalize this a little bit, and really just, take it to heart that, you can contribute in some way. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Every small thing counts. Like I said, that Amazon wish list is meant 100% solely for servicing these animals. And once these animals get everything they need, and I'm already 100% certain that folks here will let us know, and we'll be able to find a way to help service more of the animals that are in need, through that wish list. And, but we're going to take care of things in order. The GoFundMe, you guys, even if it's $1 to $3, $3 to $5 to $10, whatever you're able to put in there, if you're able to. I know I'm going to jump in and do it as well. John's already committed money as well, to go in to help get these animals the service they need. And I know that John's going to be linking up with you tomorrow. He's actually going out tomorrow morning to pick up some essential items for you, and the animals. So, things are already on their way, and I'm just we've already got, people are just incredible. You know what I mean? So, Melissa Glyden, thank you so much for that donation.
You gotta fight, because those that want to do good, we're here. They're out there. We get outshadowed sometimes by the negativity and the media and what else, but we're there, and I'm so happy you're covering this. And again, I'm thankful.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful for you. January, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for your time. I know it was an impromptu call, but if we have any more questions, you guys, again, you can find her, and I'm going to put your link up here again, but over on Facebook at Adventures of Sailor. And so if you're looking to reach out directly to get information on the animals for adopting and or fostering, please reach out directly either to her, or you can go ahead and email me directly at cj@cjtv, or you can hit us at our CJTV inbox for the media page. Even come over to my personal page, CJ Halliburton. You guys feel free to message me there, set up, follow me over there as well. I tend to put a lot of information on that page. YouTube, feel free to comment on the video. If you're not on any of the social platforms, and we'll make sure to follow up on those. Twitch, same thing. Send me a whisper, and I'll do my best to make sure to monitor all of this as diligently as possible with all of our team, the mods, and everyone else that we've got, who I love so much for doing so much work and for being so incredible. So, and if I wasn't able to catch you and throw you up here on blast for the contributions, I apologize. But you guys are all incredible, and I appreciate everyone that's making this possible. So, January, I will talk to you very soon, and
sir.
You're very welcome. And I'm gonna
sign. You talk to John before I do. He's another one. I'm coming with my thanks for him too.
I'm gonna share your information with John so you guys can talk directly. Or I'll share his with you, and you guys can correspond directly.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. You guys have a great evening, and I'm going to go jump on so I can finish the rest of your stream. And thank you guys, everybody who's watching and follows and supports CJ. I just met this guy like this, and man, this is something I want to be a part of, and I love and I support. And, I'm looking forward to all of you guys.
Absolutely. All right.
All right. You take care. You have a great night.
You too. Take care.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So that was January, like I said, who's kind of, she's family with Veronica, who lost her home in the fire, and has luckily the animals are all safe, but they're displaced right now. We need some foster homes. We need some adoptive parents, so adoptive family. So if you are able to adopt one of these two dogs, Cinnamon or Snow, and I'm going to run that for you guys one more time here so that you can kind of take a look at these animals again. I want to make sure that you know who I'm talking about. And I am exhausted, Jan, just so you know. I'm feeling, you can see it under my eyes. I haven't slept much, but we've been out doing work, you know what I mean? And you guys, I'm just grateful to all of you for helping make this possible. All of the supporters are making this all possible. The travel, we're able to get around and do the things we're doing, put us into situations where we're able to help out like the way we're doing right now. It just is incredible. And so I think all of you, from the bottom of my heart, for contributing in whatever ways you do, either becoming a supporter, sharing the stream, any of the contributions that come in for any of these things that we do, be it for the currently for helping these animals out, and helping the family get the services they need. When we're traveling, helping get me and all this equipment to where we need to be to do the work. So thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and Dame Luck, thank you for that. I appreciate you following from the jump. It means a lot. Yeah, Jennifer, if all you can do is pray, and then pray away, because they can use all the prayers they can get. So I'm going to show you a quick little slideshow here, just so we can go ahead and, like I said, I'm not the best at doing these things, so my apologies if it doesn't stream the way it could. So let's go ahead and do this real fast. Where we at over here? Boom. So this is Zulu, okay? Zulu is that chunky little papa dog that was getting oxygen, as you see on the right side there, that was just as stalwart as they get, but just quiet little fella, big fella. But you can see his paws there on the left are in desperate need of attention. January, who I just talked to, she's boarding him right now, and actually took him to the vet today, and was able to get him looked at. And I think it was today or yesterday. And so he's going to need some more medical attention with his paws, which is where this the GoFundMe is going towards, things like helping Zulu with his medical needs. The cats in question here are going to need their shots, but they're a foster situation. Now, the fostering of the cats and possibly the other dogs, depending on how the situation goes for the owner, could change. They could end up moving into a permanent situation, but I don't begin to understand the finer nuances of adoption. So I'll let everyone figure that out as we move forward. This is Zulu getting the oxygen from those medics. The medics were phenomenal. The EMS were fantastic. The fire department was incredible. They pulled out, like I said, we got collectively 7 dogs out of the house. A handful of them were rescue animals, and then a couple of them were family members that were at the funeral service that had dropped their animals off at the house on the way to the funeral service. So just really the perfect storm for tragedy, if you think about it, that all these animals just happened to be in the house when this happened. But as luck would allow, and the way things work, we were able to get all the animals out, and no one was injured, and none of the animals were severely harmed during the process. Snow. This is a young dog. Adjusting isn't gone so smooth. She's really trying hard, but she's gone through some trauma. She's a little dog. They're naturally kind of skittish. She's good with other dogs. Very sweet dog. Just needs some real TLC. Needs some one-on-one, lap dog love. So Snow is looking for a permanent home, just to be very clear. This is looking for, and if all you can do is a temporary situation while we find a permanent home, that'd be great too. We just need to make sure Snow is getting the attention that Snow needs. Cinnamon here, I've got a lot of love for, and if I could take Cinnamon in, I would in a heartbeat. She is a recent rescue, as it says there, also looking for a permanent residence. She's great around other dogs and children, loving and listens very well. Like I said, this is the first dog that I pulled out of the house. She was in the garage when the fire broke out, which is where the fire was centrally located. So when I got to her, we had to boot open the back door to get. Well, I say we. I always say we. I kicked open the back door and was able to get her out, and then she ran back into the fire. But when she went in, there was the fire. The door frame was on fire, and um, the roof of the patio was on fire as well. And she kind of made it in and just froze. Luckily, so I was able to go in and just really quickly scoop her up and run out. Big shout out to the neighbor who had the garden hose running, so he was spraying it in under. It was catching a lot of the fire that was falling down. And by the grace of God, man, he was hitting the water enough on the fire that was falling that it was just kind of like I said, it was like wet flames that were falling, and they were just kind of dissipating right when they came down. So we were able to get Cinnamon out of the house, and she's just a sweet, and she was incredibly obedient the whole time. Even though you can see she's got a big smile, but even though she was in a traumatic situation, we were able to get her out, calm her down, and then she just sat calmly and quietly and listened to everything I told her to do, and sat at my feet. And then she sat at John's feet when I was busy with the other animals and getting my oxygen. And you can see John right here with Cinnamon and Snow. Snow's tucked underneath his arm there. He's a great guy, man. It took a few nips with some of the other dogs, and but he was able to kind of calm him down, and he's got a very calming presence. And he just sat there and handled the animals. At one point, Cinnamon tried to go back in the house, and he had to rush and pull Cinnamon back out. So just a big shout out to him for taking the effort and doing that. And that's John at For the People, By the People. You can find him on Facebook. This little kitten and this little kitten both need foster homes. So, and those are potentially permanent residents as well. So, but for now, they need foster homes, and they need their shots. We're going to have the GoFundMe put in play. Well, the GoFundMe is already getting some donations right now. So we'll hopefully be able to link up with January for Monday and possibly get the cats their shots, and then they'll be fully vaxxed and ready to go, and they're ready for a foster home. So, or if you yourself are looking to adopt a cat or foster the cat, and you'd like to take them to get the shots, let us know, and we'll go ahead and cover as best we can the shots through the GoFundMe as the money comes in. So, granted, it's only been live for about, I don't know, 50 minutes, 48 minutes, 50 minutes, something like that. So, so those are all the animals that are going to need some shelter. And so Wanda Freeman wants to know how much it would take to get Snow to Oregon. Do you mean the dog or just Snow right now? Because Southern Northwest is being hit by a crazy heat wave, which is like 110 that I'm coming home to. But if we can get Snow to Oregon, that'd be fantastic. Who knows? If it comes down to it, maybe I can make a road trip, pick Snow up myself. So, but we'll see. We'll see. So again, I thank everybody for you're welcome, Cynthia. You're very welcome. CJ Starbucks in Wisconsin wants Cinnamon. Can I deliver? Yes. You know what? Let's talk about it. Ashlyn Rice, offline, if you're able to hit me up, let's talk about it. I would love to make a road trip. It would be an interesting road trip because I'd have to go from Seattle to Bakersfield, pick up Cinnamon, then from Bakersfield to Wisconsin. But honestly, if we're able to do that, then there's actually someone that's looking to permanently house Cinnamon. I would. I'm having a time. I'm on the edge of just committing to doing it. But and Jennifer Warner says she'll take Snow. Jennifer, I'm not sure where you're located, but Ashlyn, if you would hit me up offline, DM me, Ashlyn Rice, and we can talk about it. We'll look at options. For a fee, CJ will deliver. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But we also said that Jennifer will take Snow, and January Silva says right here, let me see. January Silva, you are an amazing woman. I admire you for putting the energy into helping and linking up with CJ and the rest of the crew. Antoinette Medina, I want to say it right. Antoinette, yeah, big shout out. Big lot of love, January, you guys. Spam those hearts for her, for being my point of contact and for making that happen. That's your mommy. Well, you got a good mom on you. And Antoinette, you made a good baby. So well done. Jan Cantu says that she would love the pit. the two pits, we've got Lulu and Cola are going to be temporary though, and Cinnamon's not a pit, neither is Cola or Snow. But Wanda Freeman says, "Wait, you want Snow?" Wanda, I think you guys need to link up. I think you and Jennifer Warner need to link up about Snow and get that figured out. Debbie, you're asking how my lungs are today. My lungs are okay. My throat's pretty sore though. I feel like I'm breathing okay. It's just my throat has not quite been the same. So it could be that I don't shut up either. So Alicia Kruger says Cinnamon and Snow have homes in Wisconsin. So if I need to, and it comes down to it, I'd be willing to drive Snow or Cinnamon to Wisconsin to a home. If we find one. Oh, you're her cousin. Okay. Okay. I mean, if it comes down to it, I'll do it. I'll make the drive. So it's gonna be a road trip. We're gonna have to set up a little bit of a fund for that one probably, because we're gonna be doing a little bit. It's gonna take us a little bit of time to make that happen. But I could probably make that happen. I could put that into play. So yeah. Okay. Well, you guys cornered me into it. So get a hold of me directly about Cinnamon, and we can talk offline about making that happen. So, and Carol will definitely, yeah. So Carol's saying, sorry, wrong one. And then could visit Kenosha. Convenient how that works out. Yeah. Yes, Carol, we're not going to just hand the animals off to anybody. January is going to be our point of contact for anybody that's looking to foster or adopt. So that'll be taken care of. Dara, yeah, you already know. I've been looking for a reason to get on the road and just take a road trip. And that would be a super cool one to do, because we could cut up through the Badlands, and I could take that puppy on a little bit of a tour of the country before we make it to Wisconsin. So guys, it just, what I'm struggling with right now is the logistics on how to make this work. Like, I'm in Minneapolis right now. I need to get back to Seattle, and then I'd get from Seattle back down to Bakersfield, and then from Bakersfield up to Wisconsin again. John would probably make that road trip with me, honestly. And I got my cousin Brandon who would do it as well. Snow is a cute little dog too. Cinnamon's a great dog. I mean, I have a real love for Cinnamon already, because like I said, we kind of bonded in the fire literally of that house. So just don't fight it, go with it, says Tanisha. Yeah, I mean, it is appropriate. This show brought to you by Tums, right? It's the anxiety of my life, man. Carol, solid point. Maybe there could be a chain of people that would drive from point to point. So there we go. Okay, see, this is what I love about this show, you guys. You're incredible. What we might be able to do, you guys, is link up and have somebody drive, maybe even up north, to, and I could come south, and then we could head. So we'll look at options. We'll start planning that. We'll start looking at that tomorrow. So Carol, thank you for throwing that idea out. I appreciate that. What's halfway? Meet halfway? We could probably do that. Halfway would be Northern California, like, somewhere up Redding, San Francisco. We'll take a look at a map, and we can figure it out. We'll do that. We'll plan it out. And then what we'll do is a supporter road trip. So if you guys want to become a supporter on Facebook, hop on in there, and we'll run the road trip live for all of our supporters, and we'll be able to kind of just keep you guys included in all that. Not that everyone else shouldn't be, but I think we usually maintain channels for media broadcast stuff, whatever that is, And but I mean, I definitely want to make sure that our supporters know that I appreciate them being in there, and a lot of the, making it work. A lot of those folks are vitally involved in making it work, of which I know a lot of them have already made contributions, and a lot of other people as well. So for people that are donating already, thank you so much for getting on top of that and making that happen. Anyone that's watching this after the fact, those donations are going to be a huge help with getting everything where it needs to be and getting the animals taken care of where they need to be. So thank you so much for doing that and taking the time. We'll do a supporter and patron subscribers road trip. It'll be a good time. And one of the things we can all do right now is share, like, follow, become a supporter. Veronica, you hit it on the head. Share the stream, like the stream, set up notifications so you get all the notifications that come in. I'm talking, if you look at it, I'll do it for you guys at another time. But if you do this, what will happen is you can set it up for all notifications, videos, lives, all that, and then just click those other buttons on the bell. When you get to the bell, set up notifications through there, and then boom, they make sure to get all the notifications when I go live. So, and Wanda, do you want snow? Okay, so Wanda, if you want snow and someone over here in Wisconsin wants cinnamon, what we could do is, thank you, Jennifer, I appreciate that. What we could possibly do is, Tanisha, get the RV, let's roll. What we could do is drive up with snow and cinnamon, meet me in Oregon, January. You could drive up with snow and cinnamon, meet me in Oregon. We could drop snow off in Oregon, then I can go head from there with cinnamon. Okay, well, maybe that'll work out. Wanda, make sure to reach out offline, DM me. We'll go ahead and we'll chat about it, see what we can't work out. And yeah, Veronica, you can definitely DM me. If you need help knowing how to donate, there's tons of ways that we can make this happen. So I just sugar bounced and shared. I just sugar shared. I'm so confused, Debbie. We'll do the road. We can do a road trip live. We can make that happen. I appreciate that. We'll look at options on that one. So, but between now and then, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I don't want to keep you too late. I know it's again, to everybody, Vicky Bell, Cindy Hernandez, Tom Hainlin, Kristen Felton, sorry. Thank you so much for contributions. And Dara wants cinnamon now. Oh, you might have to fight, Dara. I don't know. Wanda, thank you. Message you. I think it'll probably pop up here in just a second. And for everyone else that's on here, thank you so much. You guys, it'd be easier for me to just keep watching these comments. It is in Tito's Coffee Zone. Okay. Loki needs a sibling. Okay. Well, Felicia, thank you for that hug. I appreciate it. Dog bones are coming on Wednesday. AJ, thank you so much. Dara, don't threaten the sender. All right, the messenger. I'm just the guy in the middle, okay? And we'll wait for road trip donations. Vicky Bell, thank you so much. And if we're able to deliver that animal, like I said, kind of first come. We got people out in Wisconsin that are looking for that pup, and I'm kind of like on the board. I really would like to make that trip. So, Debbie, I will. So, I'm still in Minneapolis in this gorgeous hotel that again was Cindy, one of our viewers and friend now, was going to use. Broke her leg kickboxing a footstool, hey, later, Kelvin. And so she blessed me with this room here. Okay, let me. It's gonna kind of get choppy here for a second. There we go. Oh, breaking everything here. But look at this room. This is great. I'm gonna get out the way. So it's and then these windows over here are amazing. They look. The windows continue over there, and it looks down on the city. But it's just beautiful, the whole thing. And it's been the perfect little like sanctuary for what I need. It's kind of like get some rest and, refill my batteries. But it's been good. I was out here for a reason, mission accomplished. And here we are. So That being said, if I missed anything here, guys, I need you. When am I leaving MSP tomorrow? I actually haven't even bought a ticket yet, so I still need to book an airline ticket to wherever I'm going. Back to Seattle is going to be the best bet. We'll see wherever I ended up. Who knows? But between now and then, guys, I love you all so much, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this process and for the contributions that are coming in already. For those that will, you guys, it's amazing that you're able to touch a life and bless somebody with those opportunities. So thank you. And until I talk to you next, love yourself and love someone else. We'll catch you guys in a little bit. Take care.